on your topics page, you will see some things that are major topics for the midterm and final. You scroll down, I've unlocked, oh, well, I guess this doesn't show. I can pull my, whoa, down here. Sorry, a little behind the screen. Okay, you'll see some different things, how we've learned how to write equations in three forms, and this is extra practice of linear regression. So I'm going to click this. The answer key is also there, and we have this practice. Let me pull this back down. Give me just a moment to edit this. Okay, great. And let me scroll. Let's do something like this. Okay, let's go. Let's do this toys problem. So, boom, boom. Hmm. All right, we're going to do some linear regression. So in this, we're going to have to learn how to plot these points, and that's going to be under stat. So first, I'm going to take these statistics and edit them into my data. So I got to go to stat and then edit. And now, oh, look, I already have some stuff. I'm going to clear this. I think I could even go to line 1 and just clear it like this. List 2, press clear on that, and then enter. Okay, so I have my first list. L1 is going to be the years. I'm not going to do like 2013, which you would be tempted to do, but like that means our graph would start when Jesus was around. So let's have it be years since 2013. That's what it actually says right here. So, oh, you can't see my mouse. Hold on. That's what it says right here, years since 2016. So, sorry, 2013. So that is not going to be 2013. It's going to be year 0. And then I have 1 year, 2 years. I think I can just, oh yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. So let's see, how many do we have? One, oh sorry, this is 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I only need 7, so I'm going to delete the 8th year. Okay, now I'm going to enter in the revenues into the second list. So we have 54.2. 48.2, 47.9, 40.2, 38.3, 37.1, 38.1, and 35.9. Okay, so now I see I don't have any extra numbers on my list, which is helpful. This is going to work. And I want to plot these points. So first I want to see what it looks like on my graph. So if I press graph, I don't see it there. And you might be thinking, oh no. Well, first off, my stat points actually are like 50 and up. The biggest point is 54. So I want my window to actually the Y maximum of my window to be like, let's set it up. Sorry, misclicked a button. We're gonna set it up to be like 60. This is just the first quadrant, so I don't even need negative years. I might do like -1 just so it like goes this. My scale, I'm gonna have it go by fives. I don't know. And my x min is also being -1, even though we won't have year. And we only go up to year 7. So this is going to be better, but when I press graph, I still don't see my points. You know why? Because I need to turn on my stat plot. So you can just, the easy way to do it is to go to y equals and then press enter on stat plot. Boom. Now I see it's highlighted. And when I press graph, dun, 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 it's not there. Okay, so I'm going to check. Let's see, stat plot on. I go to stat, edit. I have this. It should be working. So let's see, stat plot on. We want points. Interesting. I don't know why this is not working. Edit. We're going to do my linear regression. I know I need to go to I'm going to troubleshoot. I'm going to go to my diagnostic. This should be fine. Do I have to do a regression to see this? All right, well, whatever. I'm going to do my linear regression because we're supposed to write an equation for line of best fit. So I'm going to go back to stat. I'm going to calculate a linear regression. I'm going to press enter, and it gives me this. So why won't my plots be marked? Oh, is my now you already know. It should be my x my y needs to be 60. I flipped my thing. You probably knew that and you're just waiting for me to figure it out. Okay, so now my y is going to be 60 and it's there. Boom, we got it. Wonderful. Okay, I'm actually going to not even have it go. The y min I'm going to do, just for right now, I'm going to do up more so we can see. I'm noticing there is a negative correlation here, but it's not like exact linear. So um, we're going to get our line of best fit from the calc. Okay, we have this. All right, now I even have my line. It gave me a line, so let me write on top of this. Give me a second. My line of best fit, I'm going to copy from the calc. That's y equals, it says ax plus b, where a is like the slope. So my a value is negative 2.53. I'm going to even make this y as approximately because I'm rounding. Negative 2.53x plus 51.36. Okay, great. That's what it is approximately. Now let's go back to the calc. I'm going to and I see my R value here. That's as 0.927, which is kind of like I like to think of it as a 92% match. So it's a pretty strong correlation going down. Now I am going to copy paste this into here. So what I do, this is a little more complicated. I could just type in the thing that you see over there and that would be okay, but I want it exactly like down to the tiny, tiny decimal. So I'm going to go to vars and I want to get my statistic variable. It's an equation and it's a reg EQ. So I press that and then it copies and pastes in the regression I just did. So now when I graph this, we see this line of best fit. Okay, and we want to know, let's extrapolate this data. So extrapolating is when you're like taking some current data, like in the year 2020, and jump ahead from here. So in order to extrapolate this data, I need to think, well, how many years is this since 2013? So this is 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, dot, dot, dot. I can see we can just do this subtraction, right? If 2015 is 2 years since then, I can just do this, subtract it from 2013. It's the 14th year. So a couple ways I could solve this. I could just go into my calculator and plug in my equation, negative 2.53. We're going to do times 14 plus 51.36. Oop, that's not a point, sorry. Okay, and I press enter, and that should give me a close number that the revenue should be approximately $15.94 million. Oof. Toy Store is going down. Must be online business. Okay, so let's see, because we rounded this, how close we are if we actually figure out from the graph. One way to do it, actually just go to table. So I press second and graph. I'm just going to go to the 14th year. This is also going to be rounded though, huh? Okay, they say 15.875. See, that's a little bit different than my 14.94. Another way to get it is to find the value. So I'm going to press second calc. I want to calculate the value when x is 14. Do you think it's going to let me do that? I think it might give me an error. Yeah, because my window doesn't go to 14. So let's have it go to, I don't know, 15. Go back to graph. Now let's calculate the value when x is 14. Okay, yep, 15.875. Okay. Oh, yeah, wow. Look at this really long, precise. So this is the number you would want to use instead of just rounding. Okay, so that's one practice problem. That's 10 minutes that we've done this. Sorry for my mistake with the window. But what we learned is to, let me review. So first you go to stat and you set up your data. Then you want to, I like to like plot the data. So when you got to go to stat plot, make sure your stat plot's on or press Y equals and toggle, press enter to toggle on or off your plot. Set your window to be something that would fit. Do it appropriately. I messed up at first. Then your line won't be in there. It will just be your points, right? So like this is what you'll have when you have your plots. And then to do that linear regression, you have the data in there. You go to stat, and we're going to calculate this linear regression. Press enter. Boom. It gives me all this stuff. Now I can copy paste that into here. I'm going to press vars, go to statistics. It's an equation, and I would do regeq. And remember, that's how you graph it. Okay, so that's one problem. I'm going to do another one just so we have several examples of this. Thanks for hanging out.